As our train arrives at the depot, the Stockton Copperopolis Railroad would like to welcome you to our latest addition to the layout, the town of Milton. We'll take you on a short video tour of the town and hope you enjoy it. A train arriving at Milton drops you off at the station platform where, appropriately enough, there are stages waiting to take you to various parts of the Motherlode country, such as Jackson, Sonora, and Angels Camp. Across from the platform is the ever-ready Milton Hotel, the finest hostelry in town. Milton is one of those places that you pass through going to somewhere else, such as Yosemite or the mining camps, so we don't get too many travelers who come to stay. Proceeding up the main street of town, there are various businesses such as a general store, a barber shop, and of course saloons. John Breen's on your right being one of the most popular ones. A livery stable follows next by another saloon and another store. A boarding house is at the end of the street for those who work in the area. A lot of freight wagons are situated here because the freight doesn't stop at Milton but goes on to the other towns in the Gold Rush country. At the plaza center is the Masonic Lodge. The Masons meet on the second floor while the Plaza Saloon occupies the first. Milton is a unique town on the railroad as it is built almost entirely to scale. The building's dimensions were taken from Sanborn insurance maps, and the building constructed with those dimensions and photos of the original town. No buildings were omitted, nor was there any selective compression. The Tornado Hotel at the end of the street was so named because it was one of the few buildings that survived an 1873 tornado. Engine number 8 is tasked today to move the local freight from Milton into Stockton. But first it has to be turned on the Armstrong Turntable. The turntable is called Armstrong because that is the only way it is powered, by men grabbing the handles at each end and pushing the turntables around with their own strength. Milton was formerly the end of the line, and so a turntable and watering station was provided here. Now the tracks extend all the way to Coppperopolis, and so this turntable gets infrequent use as most of the trains go straight through. Number 8 is a product of the Baldwin Works, and although it was built in the 1870s, it still finds use along the branch line of the railroad. Here it backs onto a cut of cars, mostly containing grain and empties. Well, as the day gets longer, it is time to leave Milton and return to Stockton. Our engine number 4 also has to turn on the table. The number 4 is a product of the Danforth Works and was built in the 1860s. It was considered a light engine then, and it really hasn't gotten any stronger over the past 40 years. It's only used today to pull the pay car, so of course it's looked on very fondly by the railroaders. And also it pulls special excursions such as the one we're having today. Because of its status as the pay train engine, it is kept in a lot better shape than most of the equipment on the railroad. As the sun sinks slowly in the west, we leave the little town of Milton. The Stockton and Copperopolis Railroad hopes that you've enjoyed our video tour of today. We hope that you can join us on our next excursion on the Stockton and Copperopolis Railroad.